Good afternoon to each of you who is in receipt of this particular video. It has been several weeks since I prepared and sent a video update, but since we are not meeting as department heads or directors or secretaries this week, that is today, I decided I would give a brief update on some important information that you may put into use immediately. First of all, I want to remind you that, and I have just sent a calendar invite, that our next department head and directors meetings and secretaries is scheduled for next Wednesday at 1:30. We will have a guest with us, Caitlin Williams, who will be describing to us the new Writing Across the Curriculum initiative coming from the English department and the School of Arts and Humanities. So I hope you'll be there. Don't miss that. It may have impact for all of us. Next, I want to remind you things you already know. Number one, that the coronavirus seems to be spiking again. It is doubtful, according to experts, that this is the touted second wave of the coronavirus. It seems to be simply a continuation of the first wave and is based on people just getting tired of all the precautions and becoming careless and not wearing masks and not washing and not maintaining appropriate distance. I am urging you as JSU employees, faculty, and staff to be diligent. And I'm saying that to myself as well, because it has become so easy for me to jump out of my car or walk out into the outer office without my mask, and I'm trying to do a diligence in maintaining good practices. So I encourage you to be models and to exemplify leadership in wearing your mask on the campus, encouraging students. Don't be afraid to confront them and say, please put your mask on, and so forth. And practice good hygiene, good hand washing, and of course social distancing. And I want to thank you for what you have been doing, and I think the success thus far of this fall semester has been greatly due to your diligence. We're also entering the flu season, as you know, and you are urged to get the flu shot. I received my flu shot yesterday, last evening, and I encourage you to get the flu shot. There are many reasons why that I won't go into. You're well versed enough to know why having the flu shot this year, of all years, could be very beneficial to you. And so I encourage you to get the flu shot. But most important today, I wanted to remind you, let's be diligent and continue with the precautions that have been put in place by the university. The next thing I want to mention is very important, and it is this: to all department heads and all secretaries. If you need to make schedule changes in Banner, it is imperative to go ahead and do that now. You have administrative right to make those changes, and you must do that before November the 6th. November the 6th is the first Friday of registration, as I have been told today. And so all changes that you are going to be able to make must be made before then, else it will be a much slower and more difficult process, because then the registrar will have to go in and make those changes manually. Someone mentioned today that they were having difficulty in making those changes. One of the things that you can do, secretaries, is to go in and remove, if you need to make a change in a class, remove the instructor and the class or CRN and the time, and save those changes so it blanks everything out. Then you go in and add in the new information that you want to provide, and save that. So you have to delete and save and then go back in and save, as I understand it. And not having done that, but you have, I'm sure you understand that process. But some were asking today because they seem to be having difficulty in that. Please, you may be able to go into MyJSU, and you have administrative authority to see a test or a sample student schedule. And you can go in as the student and click on the drop and add class link that students use. And you can click on a class, and then it will come up for you, and you will be able to see what the student will be able to see. And so I'll say more about that and remind you of that next week. We want the students to have complete and accurate information about the course delivery and the frequency of meetings and that sort of thing, which we did not have completely this fall, and it was became a very critical issue at the beginning of the term. Finally, I wanted to share with you today a bit of sad news, and that is one of our much-loved colleagues and a dear personal friend, Terry Marbut, passed away yesterday evening about 5 p.m. Terry, as you know, was a terrific member of the School of Education, College of Education, and Professional Studies. He served many, many years as the department head for engineering, and continued in that position even after the divestiture, and that department of applied engineering was moved to the School of Business and Industry, and he retired shortly after that. He's been fighting a monumental battle, full of faith and full of positive responses to colon cancer now for a couple of years, and he passed away last evening at 5 o'clock. I know you'll want to remember his family in prayer, as I do. Terry lived over in Hopes Bluff area, and was just a great faculty member and a great contributor. We always enjoyed being with him in all of our department head meetings, and we will all miss him, those of us who maintain contact. So I wanted to mention that to you this afternoon. So I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday at the department head directors meeting. I'm here most every day, but if I can be of help to you and answer any questions or clarify anything I've said in this video, you can certainly contact me, Martha, Dina, or Associate Dean Bavanice, and we'll be happy to help you in any way. Thank you for all you're doing, and I hope that as we go down the tunnel toward the end of this semester, that we continue to provide excellence in service for our students, and thank you for doing that.